A spring popped out of the bed and cut my leg open. Still finished. Today in B-Town Reddit Stories. What do you consider is your greatest sexual achievement? My first girlfriend wanted to see how many times we could have sex in one day, so we planned a duck-a-thon and spent the entire day doing it well. Every other thing we did was have sex. Sex, breakfast, sex, shower, sex, TV, sex, order pizza, sex, tip delivery driver, sex, eat pizza, sex. We did it 10 times in a 24-hour period. Later in life I had another girlfriend who asked what's the most I ever had sex in a day was. When I told her this, she said, "We can beat that." So I did the same thing again, but we didn't make it to 11, just tied at 10. Both of them were named Ashley. Reply: I think I'll try to find an Ashley now. For the first time in probably 10 years, I'm on my 4th consecutive day without using Ponro. Sorry for my bad English, it's my second language. Not sure if this fits here. Not proud of the moment, but I am proud of the result. Me and my wife had kids, and decided that was enough children. We got married after the kids were born, and went on a honeymoon. We got drunk and had sex, without protection. The next day we panicked a bit, and went to a drug shop and got a regret pill. My wife took it at the hotel room. Crisis cancelled. After this we thought nothing about it, and continued with the honeymoon. Like half an hour late she gave me a BJ. She never ever gives me BJs as she chokes easily, so this was a real treat for me. When I came hard, and the shot landed at the back of her mouth, and she puked all over the floor. We laughed it off, and joked about it for the rest of the vacation. A few weeks after, when we came home, she did not get her period. We got anxious, and it turned out she was pregnant. The only time we had sex without protection was at that hotel room. When she puked after the BJ, she must have puked out the pill as well. So, now we have 3 kids. The youngest is as amazing as the other 2, and I am proud to have him. But he must never ever find out how he was conceived. Screw it, I'll be the weird person who says it, the first time someone made love to me instead of just ducking me. I'd been 10 years sexually active when it happened, and I almost cried. My greatest achievement, because I had always only wanted that, and never found it. It made me feel like I was worth something. Touching a boob for the first time. It's all been downhill from there. Reply: damn, I did that when I was 5 minutes old. Answer: I blame being adopted for my early obsession. My girlfriend and I were drunk in our kitchen and started having sex at our dinner table. We have these old mid-century modern Danish teak chairs that are old as hell. Well, she was riding me while I sat on the chair. I was getting real into it and about to bust, so I decided to give more vigorous thrusts. Well, as I was about to nut, the chair legs gave out, and as we were suspended in mid-air I was orgasming. When we hit the floor, the impact was like this second wave, and all I could do was to laugh, as I couldn't believe I just nutted in mid-air. I then looked at my girlfriend, and she had the opposite look on her face. A look of horror. She looked at her leg, and so did I. The chair leg had broke into a sharp spear-like object and stabbed her through the calf. We freaked out and drove her to the hospital. She was fine, and it didn't cause any serious injuries other than stitches. I remember it as the best orgasm of my life, and she remembers it as getting spit roasted by me and a Danish chair. Had a note put under our hotel room door thanking us for the nightly audio entertainment. Made my ex-BF come from poking his belly button really hard. He said it had never happened before, and I've never tried it to anyone since, but I always laugh when I think about it and still don't fully understand how it happened. My best friend at the time had sex with my ex, soon after we broke up and were still kind of working on things, who I had been dating for years. Met up with his ex a while after, who I always thought was absolutely gorgeous, and had the same success. Reply: we call this win trading in the esports world. If you want to support our new channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. We would also love to read some feedback in the comments. Thank you very much. Dated this girl just after high school. She cheated on me a couple times. After I broke it off, she started telling people I had a small D. Over the next couple years I ended up sleeping with 5 of her closest friends. Edit: a lot of you are asking about my D for various reasons. I should have clarified that she was lying. Going down on a lady I was dating and afterwards her stating this is something all women should experience. Breaking the bed while having sex. Granted, the bed was 20 plus years old and needed replacement, but it still counts. My boyfriend made me squirt once and has been trying so hard to do it again since. I would say that is his greatest achievement so far. He enjoyed it more than I did, lol. Having sex in a tent during huge thunderstorm and coming on a loud thunderstrike. Felt like I was Thor. I convinced a friend that thought that they had nothing to offer, that they had value, and got him to ask out a girl. Every time they go at it I consider it another win for me. Everyone deserves affection, the person you are wooing, as well as yourself. Be a person that spreads love and joy, be a person easy to love and be willing to work towards it. If you do, you will definitely increase your chances of finding someone. Remember to be kind, be compassionate and be brave. I hope this helps. Being married almost 50 years and we still desire each other, get each other off with immense satisfaction. Yeah, I know, youngsters will think it's gross, but just wait. If you're lucky, you'll be here someday. I'd tried a lot in my own, and have even had sex a few times, with 2 different guys, but I'd never orgasmed. It was honestly really weighing on my self-confidence. I wasn't sure if I would ever really enjoy sexual behavior and I felt sort of broken. For a few years I just kind of stopped thinking about it and stopped trying to touch myself or even date. Then, at 23, I decided enough was enough and I read a bunch of articles, shout out to Refinery29, on techniques, and I found some videos that actually turned me on and I did it. Receiving a BJ in a ski gondola with magnificent alpine panorama in front of me. And many friends in the gondola behind having no clue. And my girlfriend going all in because she knew she only had 8 minutes to finish me off. My younger brother had a female friend who I hooked up with casually one night when we were teenagers. Some heavy petting and reaching into each other's underwear. She then told me she was a virgin and was ready to sleep with me. I told her she should wait and lose it to someone who she loved to make it special. Years later we bumped into each other and had a few drinks. Both now being single, she invited me back to her house and divulged she'd always been thankful that she'd held on to it and did lose it to a guy she loved at the time. Then we admitted we'd both fantasized about each other since and proceeded to have some crazy, drunk, unbridled sex. It was like 5 years of foreplay. Reply: playing the long game. I'm glad being a genuinely good dude paid off. This isn't mine, but on a UK TV show, The Graham Norton Show, when it was on Channel 4, an audience member retold the following tale. I was giving my boyfriend a BJ, and just as he was about to climax I felt like I was about to sneeze. Couple of seconds later he climaxed, just as I sneezed, and his baby batter shot right out of my nose and onto his stomach. Was getting a BJ while Jeopardy was on TV and got all the answers right. I ate out my wife once and apparently I was doing too good. She punched me in the forehead out of nowhere and I asked what the hell. She said she was about to black out. I still bring that one up with her. Reply: I believe it, lol. My fiance once made me come so hard I actually did black out and woke up like 10 minutes later confused. I was able to climax once based on the power of thought alone. Edit: wow, this blew up. There are a lot of Redditors who have done this once or twice or would like to try achieving this goal. If you are interested, we have set up a subreddit to share tips and tricks on training your body and mind. Reply: in just imagining a human person levitating, eyes all white like the Avatar and then just a fountain of cum, or was it a bit different? Answer: it's like lying in bed all tense and sweaty, face twisted as I imagine some extremely detailed ship and then boom, I'm squirming. Having sex for 2 hours, still holding an erection after that time and for some reason couldn't come at all. I was shit-faced drunk, too. I still to this day don't know how that combination is ducking possible. The girl was super hot as well. Had a surprise 3-way with my girlfriend at the time and her best friend. Literally had to go to the bathroom to give myself a mirror pep talk. Knocked up my wife on our first try at having kids. First ultrasound showed twins. I joke that we have a 200% success rate. Getting laid because I was a virgin. For the 7th time. Thank you for listening to another B-Town Reddit Stories episode. Hit the subscribe button and check out our channel for more stories. Let us know your opinion about this topic in the comments.